I have breaking news for you just moments ago. No surprise, Judge Arthur Engoron ruled that President Donald Trump owes tens of millions of dollars. Looks to be about $350 million he claims the president owes. Additionally, President Trump can't do business in the state of New York for 3 years. This penalty in response to a civil fraud case brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James, with Engoron previously ruling that the 45th president inflated the value of his real estate holdings despite the fact that none of that was proven in court. Trump's sons, Don Jr. and Eric, also responsible for paying $4 million each. Joining me live to discuss this and a whole host of through the looking glass type news headlines from the week, Congressman Ralph Norman of South Carolina. Ralph, good to have you on a Friday.
Great to be with you, Steve.
All right, so you're learning this news at the same time I am. $350 million in a fraud case in which there was no fraud, no victims. Nobody lost 5 cents. In fact, the banks were paid back in advance, in full. Nobody lost any money here, and they want to destroy him. It says he can't conduct business for 3 years in New York. I don't know what the recourse here is, Ralph, but they're attacking him legally, and we're going to get to the Fannie Willis case in Georgia, and what a clown show that's turned out to be. What's your first gut reaction, though? $350 million. This is the guy that built the skyline of New York City, who invested in buildings that were dilapidated and falling down and turned them into prized properties, valuable properties, and they're trying to hit him for $350 million. Your first thoughts?
Steve, this is outlandish. This is just another attempt to destroy, a man who's built properties in and around New York that are paying property tax, by the way. And to say that he inflated the value of a home. I'm in the real estate business. You deal with a bank that loans money. There's no claim that he defrauded the bank. He paid the loan back, as you mentioned. It's just another attempt to try to destroy Donald Trump, and he'll appeal this. But it's the weaponization of every department and this is coming from the Biden White House, from everything that I'm being told. It's outlandish. It's just a sad day for America, to be honest with you, and it could happen to any of us.
Well, if it can happen to a billionaire, it can happen to any of us. The Five Eyes, right, which includes America, Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, the Five Eyes spy agencies, we now know, were out there targeting Donald Trump, 26 associates at least. And this all comes at a time when you guys are in Congress negotiating these FISA warrants, which are, basically secret warrants to investigate people. It's a terrible, terrible thing, Ralph. This is not America. This is totalitarian China or Russia. What the hell?
This is a communist regime, like a communist regime, and to do this, we're debating the issue now. Jim Jordan and Jared Nadler of two people who got together on an agreement that you have got to have a warrant. And this is what's been abused. And it was abused with the Clinton dossier, which they had no research on. They didn't verify anything. This is third world country annex, and it's got to be stopped. And I hate we were supposed to vote on it this week, and it just didn't happen.
So what's going to happen? I mean, your opinion. I believe that you have to have a warrant. I'm pretty sure the Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution. Let me see. I've got a copy right here. It's right here. It's very clear. You can't just go and raid people's homes or bank accounts or phone records or anything else. You have to have a warrant signed by a judge. That's the way it works. At a minimum, Ralph.
They had millions of queries and over, I think it was 300,000 or 400,000 known queries on Americans. A 702 was meant for foreigners, getting information on foreign adversaries that could harm the United States. But what they did on American citizens, and that's what the Intel Committee, I hate to say it, under Mike Turner, are battling against. And we've got to have this, along with the protect our Fourth Amendment rights, which you just can't gather information and use it against Americans. You got to have a court order in the other amendment we were taking up. And it came through rules, but this was Wednesday. And without the warrant and without really the Fourth Amendment protections, I don't think it'll make it through rules. I don't think it'll make it on the House floor.